In today's session, we will have a look at how on the Sedona CPT tools we do a controller backups and how do we upgrade the kits, which are the application libraries. First of all, as always, we're logging into the controller, and the CPT tool remembers the last controller that we have logged in. So we just click the button here after running the CPT tool. The control address is 192.168.10.11, username admin and no password. Click OK. This takes us now into the controller. And if you have a look at the controller, as you remember from the last lesson, we have the tree structure on the left, the kits that we have loaded, meaning the application functionality that we have loaded into the controller on the left hand side, and the control logic here. So if I double click the STC G folder, this is where we program the simple thermostat application. So now, if we wanted to back up that application from the controller, remember that with the Sedona controllers we always program online. So we connect into the controller with the tool, but we are actually looking into the controller. So it is a view of the controller. So when we do a program, we do it online in the RAM memory, and when we do any changes, there's a little asterisk here on the top side, and that reminds us that we have to save the application even in the controller to non-volatile memory, and we can do that just pressing the save application. However, if we wanted to now save that application to your hard drive, what we need to do is we need to go to the kit management on top here. All we have is a kit management button. So we click that. On the kit management section, what you can do is you can upgrade the kits, but on the bottom here on the right hand side you have options to back up and restore. So for example, if we wanted to back up our application, we click the backup, and then it opens the Windows tree structure, and we can back up the applications anywhere on your system. So in this case I have a files folder, and I create the folder there, video backup. I call it video backup. There you are. So we have a new folder called video backup. I double click that to select, and now on the right hand side click the select folder. That's now backs up our application to that folder. If I wanted to restore that application or any other application, I go to the restore folder, restore button, and then point it to the folder on your hard drive wherever it is. So in this case, let's say we had this video backup. So I highlight the video backup, select the folder, and that now loads the backup of that application backup and the kits to the controller. After which, when the load has been completed, the controller does a cold start, and then we just click the button to connect again to the controller, and now we have loaded the backup from our hard drive to the controller. But this is how simple it is to back up the complete controller program. If we click the kit management again, you can see that there are a number of kits that has been installed. You can see those by ticks. If we go back to look at the graphics again by double clicking the folder where the program is, the programming objects, the kits or the libraries that we have loaded to the controller are listed here. We can increase and add functionality on these kits, and we can also upgrade those kits using the kit management. So why would we do that? So if I click the kit management, well, first of all, upgrading to the latest versions is always a good practice. So for example, on here, on the manage section, it tells you what is the current version loaded in the controller and what is the latest version available. So we're pretty much on the later versions. But let's say that we wanted to add a functionality such as the scheduling, time scheduling to the system. So in that case, what we need to do is we just add the scheduling object, scheduling kits, or the application object libraries. And let's say that we wanted to do some Modbus slave connection. So we basically can then select the Modbus kit, and that allows us to program the Modbus connections through the RS485 port. In this case, there are dependent kits, so the tool will ask if you want to install those as well, which we must do in order to be able to do that. So once we have selected the kits or the application object libraries that we need on our controller, we click the Apply button, and this is now loading dynamically all these kits to the controller, and the controller again does the cold start, after which we have all those programming objects available to doing the programming. So for example, in this case now, well, we have a schedule object. So when we programmed our straightforward thermostat object, we might want that to work only during the daytimes. So we just drag and drop the schedule object on the page, and in this case on the thermostat, what we need to do is we need to put an AND object between the thermostat and the digital output. So if I just go to the logic kits on the left hand side, I add AND, drag and drop the AND objects. So we take the output of when the thermostat calls the heat to be on, and the schedule object, and then we link the output to the input on the digital output. And if I highlight the schedule object, we can see that there are the times, so we can put the times for every day. We run it from 8 o'clock till 8 o'clock in the evening. So we have the schedules on the controller. You can see that on Wednesday, today is Wednesday, so when we click the 0800 to 20 hours, the output goes on. So output here goes on, which then means that if the schedule is on, and because we have AND object, the thermostat is calling heat, the output is on, but only in that conditions. When we use the schedule object, there is on the service folder we have something called time, and this is where we can set up the time for the schedule objects. So I just click the save, and this is the way how we can use the kits and add extra functionality to the controllers. Thank you.